This postcard says, "Hi kids, find out if I'm Luke's father in Return of the Jedi." Sean Henry says, "Whoa, spoilers, Darth. Here's hoping spring is coming to the basement." This English poetry postcard is from Derek over there in Montreal, up there in Canada. This is a piece of fan mail, a decade in the making. I've been a fan of the show from the jump and look forward still to every episode. You have an excellent chemistry and keen sensibilities. A question for you. What is your favorite gambling movies? What are some of your favorite gambling movies? Latest and best gambling scene is Altman's California Split. Long may you run. Thank you, Derek.
Well, Derek, you answered the question. I didn't even think about that one until he brought it up. That's a great gambling movie.
When you go to our website, welcometothebasementshow.com, there are all of our episodes there, and there are PayPal donation buttons that you can click on to make a one-time or rolling monthly donation to support this show. Rolling monthly donors are generous folks, and I'm going to salute a short list of them right now. Amber, James, Katrine, Melanie, Alessio, Ella, Andres, Nathan, Trevor, Nicholas, Emily, Mitchell, Adam, Ralph, Ann, Mike, Kempson, Patrick, Kevin, Charles, Wilson, Jay, and Aaron. The rest of our donors later in the show.
Thank you all.
We got a couple of packages here. This is from Aaron in Hell's Kitchen. He put his little bat sticker on the back there.
This is from Paul. It seems to be a DVD. Homemade. King Rat.
Is that a Herman Wouk novel?
I'm not certain. I believe it's a war story. But he has a note here on the cover. "I love your show. It's like sitting around with good buddies while discussing pop culture. I recommend James Clavell's Asian novel sagas."
James Clavell.
"But this is the best movie made from one of them. A fascinating, entertaining, grim depiction of men surviving a Japanese prison camp during World War II. One of George Segal's best roles. Keep it up, boys." And Paul is from Garland, Texas.
Aaron says, "You might be thinking that we have exhausted all of the postcard-themed games, but for Christmas I got a box of these Penguin Classic book covers. So here's the first round of Reddit. Moby Dick.
Reddit.
Wuthering Heights.
Reddit.
Far from the Maddening Crowd.
That's actually Far from the Madding Crowd. Have not read it.
I've misread that title my entire life.
Everyone has.
Jane Austen, Persuasion.
Not that one.
Mark Twain, The Innocents Abroad.
Started to read it, didn't finish it.
John Milton, Paradise Lost.
Started to read it, didn't finish it. But I will. I will finish it.
The Importance of Being Earnest and Other Plays.
Yes.
I was in The Importance of Being Earnest.
Really?
I was Reverend Chasuble. Robinson Crusoe.
Not read it.
Tales from the 1001 Nights.
No, I haven't read that.
Doesn't say Arabian Nights. Robert Louis Stevenson, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
No, and it's like 14 pages long. What's my excuse?
And now, viewer questions. Alexander Hawk. Has there been a movie or show you loved but have a problem watching now because of an actor's or director's behavior off the set, like Bill Cosby or Kevin Spacey? Can you enjoy the art of someone who you find unpleasant as a person?
For a long time, I would not watch movies by people I didn't like. Sometimes it was because of how they acted off screen. Mickey Rourke would be the great example. I spent 10, 15 years avoiding Mickey Rourke movies before that. I've been missing out on this great actor. I have trained myself to compartmentalize. Most of the time I can do that. There are certain people I don't think I can do that with. I don't think I can go back and watch The Cosby Show. But the thing we forget about The Cosby Show is that it wasn't that funny.
It wasn't.
Nope. If a Michael Jackson song comes on the radio, and if it's one I like, I keep it on the radio. And I see a movie as something done by a large group of people, as opposed to one singular person, even if they are the auteur of it.
A person is not their art. And if someone creates a great work of art that I love, I won't let anyone take it away from me, even the person who created it.
But if you see different than that, that's entirely up to you.
Of course.
We all get through this life in our own way.
Okay, what do you got?
This is one that showed up on our website a few days ago. This is from Paul and Devin. Regarding voiceover, we all know it can ruin a movie, such as the original cut of Blade Runner, but I cannot imagine Fight Club without the use of voiceover. Are there any other movies where you feel voiceover was used as a critical element? Voiceover is much derided, and I think it's one of those things that has become fashionable to a lot of people to be like, voiceover? It's no good. This is the rare exception where voiceover works in a movie. There's plenty of quality ones. There's the in-camera voiceover where you're just looking at the camera, high fidelity. John Cusack does great with that. The God narrator of The Age of Innocence. Shakespeare did it, and so did all movie versions of Henry V.
All of the plays of ancient Greece.
So voiceover can work, and those are examples of one where it works great.
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about a training montage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be hacky and overused, but also if it's really well done, then it's really well done.
When I saw Creed for the first time, and there's the shot of Adonis and Rocky both doing the thing, I shouted. I was watching it home alone, but if I was in a packed movie theater, I would have shouted just as loud. I got what I needed, and I didn't even know I wanted it.
Well, I mean, if I saw a Rocky movie without a training montage, I'd be disappointed.
True.
Last time that we had this conversation, I decided we should be friends.
And when we have a conversation, I say goo, goo gaga, 'cause I'm a baby.
I'm so sporty.
I had hoped at some point in this movie to hear Sporty Spice say, I'm so sporty. And I've gotten my wish.
I'm going to be working with a new band, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be broadcast live throughout the whole world.
The whole world. How many countries are we talking about?
The whole world.
Don't get upset, Chief.
He's got a pig now.
I spy with my bionic eye something beginning with H.
Harlots.
Sometimes you guys send us records, and by sometimes I mean a lot of times.
I think there's one that we're going to open up later in the show, but I have some records that we've gotten from the P.O. Box in the past, and I listened to them, and I'm going to talk about them. So first of all, we have Tame Impala, Currents.
Oh, look at that. That's like a Lost Rush album cover right there.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of hard to describe this music. I don't really know how to describe this music.
It's like if you had an Impala, but you had it under control. It's not a wild Impala. It's a tamed Impala.
It's like synthy pop music. It's really well done. I liked it a lot. I'm sorry. I don't always have interesting things to say about things that I like, but this is one of them.
A tame review for Tame Impala.
Precisely. And then we have Casey and Clayton and Marlon Williams for Plastic Bouquet. This is a Canadian duo, I believe. They do sort of folk, country, rock kind of music. Very pleasant stuff. Casey has a kind of a high, warbly voice, very reminiscent of Emmylou Harris. Real nice stuff to relax to.
Yeah?
To enjoy your afternoon.
Not like that Tame Impala. More donors. Dan, Alexander, Jonathan, David, Mara, Stephanie, Michael, Kevin, Sabrina, Mario, Clayton, Jennifer, Eric, Ashton, Zach, Tiffany, Graham, Peter, Maura, Andrea, Anne. All in one breath. Thank you.
We've got 2 more packages, and then we're going to pack this pony show up and go to bed.
Not with each other. Not anymore.
This is from Anna in Canada. That almost rhymes.
This is from Alfred in Fairport, New York.
Oh, I don't think this is a record, after all.
Alfred sends us quite a bit. First off, a whole bunch of postcards. These are from Rochester, New York, home of Kodak Film. Some of these Sunflowers for Ukraine cards. And, oh wait, there's a note on the back of one of them. What do you know? To the Basement Crew, warm tidings in this 2023 year. To celebrate the new seasons, here is a box of multimedia goodness. I had sent the Gorilla Sound Machine album. I was bummed to hear it came warped, but I'm glad it still played. It's a great album to be sure. I made sure the CD enclosed is in good condition. Smiley face. Here's to another great season. This is a Marvel Civil War.
Yeah.
Comic event.
Marvel superheroes at war.
Yes, with each other. The other stuff. Matt mentioned wanting to hear more bluegrass. Thought this was a fun interpretation. Green Day Bluegrass. Picking on Green Day.
Oh, yeah.
Anastasia from the directors of Thumbelina. This is a light children's comedy about the one who might not have been killed. The Romanov who lived, maybe. Unless she's a fraud. It's for kids.
I'm trying to see if my friend Mark McConville plays on this.
Has he played on other bluegrass related?
I believe he's played on other in the Pickin' On series.
Yeah?
No, Mark does not play on this. This is a very nice letter from Anna up there in Canada. She says we don't have to read the whole thing, but she sent us some gifts. One of the things I love about your show is the diversity of movies you choose. I would like to see more Indigenous representation included, whether in the films you watch or in Seen It segments. To be fair, it's not an easy task. There are not many movies made by Indigenous people, let alone movies that are well-known or widely distributed. Anna, I will look into it. It looks like she does give some recommendations on the bottom. Altanarjuat, or The Fast Runner. I have seen that. I saw that in the theater. I saw it at the Wisconsin Film Festival. Shumasani, which is a short film. Rhymes for Young Ghouls. Indian Horse. Blood Quantum. And The Grizzlies. I will look into those. She has sent some fan art. The Basement Boys. Deeds, not words.
We got this man. Who's from the Apple.
Mr. Boogaloo.
Mr. Boogaloo.
This is some Beer and Board Games fan art from the Fiasco episode that you were in as Artemis Coffin. There you are right there.
That's right.
Fiasco. This is cool. And this is very exciting. Anna has made us a hand-beaded Billy Jack hat band.
Wow.
Look at that. Oh, that's great.
Go ahead and hate your neighbor. Go ahead and wear that hat band.
Yeah, I wish I was wearing the Billy Jack costume again.
Oh, yeah.
I still have the hat. This is feel that.
Yeah, I will.
Feel those beads.
Yeah.
There he goes.
I feel a bit like I'm appropriating something right now, but it feels good.
It's a band. It's meant to
It's
be
a band,
worn.
yes.
And then she has also included a DVD of a movie called Smoke Signals. There we go.
That was big back in the 90s.
That was a fun box of stuff, Anna. Here. Mwah. Deeds, not words. What more can be said, Craig? We've opened the boxes. We've read the mail. And it's time now for you to go home.
Okay, thanks.